So welcome back to another small modern house tutorial. This one's really easy to build, it's nice, it's modern, and it's built with white and grey concrete. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. In order to start building a house, we're going to start by building one block here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 quartz blocks, followed by another block there. Then we're going to build all of these blocks up by 2 additional blocks for a total of 3 blocks. So we're going to add 1, 2. We're going to add 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So now that you can see, this is going to be our base. This is what we're going to be using as the frame of the house. So the next step is across the top of these 2 blocks, we're going to add white concrete. So we're going to add white concrete here, and then we're going to add white concrete along here, just like that. And another block there. So now that that is done, we're going to add another layer of white concrete, one like this. And so in total, we should have 3 layers of white concrete outside of this thing right here. So the next step for us to do is on the right side, we're going to add layers of white concrete. And on the left side, we're going to add layers of white concrete like so. So that's the first step to building the house. The next step is to adding 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks and then filling up this wall the same much there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we need to do is come to this point here and build all the way across until this point here. And then we need to do the same for these 2 as well. So now that that is done, as you can see, this is how things are looking. Things are looking very simple, very nice, and very neat. The next step for us is to add our wood along the bottom layer of this in the middle. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at the top, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on either side, we're going to place a wooden block. In fact, no, we're not on this side. I'm just going to leave that one there. And then around the edges of this, we're going to place some black stained glass. So that is the left part of the house done. The next part for us now is to actually build the rest of the house. So we're going to add 3 blocks here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to build this up like that. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to add 3 blocks here as well. 1, 2, 3. And here as well. 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, now what we need to do is we need to fill in the white concrete. So we're going to take this over by 2 blocks. 1, 2. And then add 2 blocks along all here. Like this. Now there you can see. There we go. And that is very, very simple to do. And then all we need to do now is add our black concrete here. Now that that bit is done, what we're going to do now is we're going to add the rest of the front part of the house. So in order to do that, we're going to come to this block right here and add 2 blocks of wood. And we're going to build these 2 blocks of wood all the way up until the roof of the house. As you guys can see, that is the roof of the house. So now that we've done that, our next step is to come to this block right here and replace it with a wooden block. And now that that's done, we need to get our white concrete, place 1 block here, and then place another 2 white concrete blocks here, just like that. So as you can see, we're now focusing on building the grey structure in the house. And this is going to be a structure that we need to build using our grey concrete. So if we start by here, what we're going to do is we're going to place 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then we're going to build this up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So the grey concrete tower should be 1 block higher than this block right here. And then we need to fill in this here also. So now that that is done, we're going to count over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then over here, we're going to do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to do the same. And we're going to do the same like we did just there. So now we need to do for the top, we're just going to bring this across like that. Awesome. And then all we need to do now in the middle here is we're going to fill it in with black glass, black stained glass, just like that. There we go. And then we're going to fill this back in there. There we go. Awesome. There we go. There we go. So the next thing for us to do now is to once again use the white concrete, and we're going to continue this over. So we're going to count from the bottom of the middle. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th block, we're going to place white concrete. And we're going to build across by 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 5th block, we're going to build it down all the way to the ground. So in this small space here, you should be able to place 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then knock out 2 blocks doors for the doors. I'm just going to place the doors now so that everything is much more simple. So there we go. So now you can see that we pretty much built the front of the house. You can see how the house is going to be formed. So for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to extend the back part of the house. So in order for us to do this, we're going to start by extending the bottom of the wood, which we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to build this up by 2 blocks again. So now that that is done, what we now need to do is we need to extend out the rest of the house. So for this wall right here, we're going to extend this out all the way to this point right here. And then of course what we need to do as well is we need to build up the wall as well. So we're going to do that now as well, just like that. Okay, we're going to do this as well and do this as well. And then so now that the wall is done and this wall is done here, we're going to extend this back wall of wood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. And then when it comes to this part right here, we're going to walk over to this grey concrete and we're going to extend it out all the way to here and add 1 block. Okay, so this should be what it looks like right now. And then this wall, we want to make sure that it is 9 blocks high. So we're going to continue up by 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to build this all up by 8 blocks as well. So now that you can see that there, what we need to do now is we need to just come right here and we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then once again, we're going to add 3 blocks like this. And then we're going to build this up. So now what we need to do, is there a block broken there? Okay, that's not supposed to be like that. What we need to do now is we need to once again fill in this area with glass. That's what we're going to do, the black stained glass. So just fill that in, of course, and very, very easy thing to do. And there we go. So now the next thing to do is to fill in this wall at the back right here. So in order for us to fill in this wall, we're going to use the white concrete and build it all the way across like this until it joins up. And then we're going to do the same for the top part, build it all the way across until it joins up. And then what we need to do now is this bottom area over here, the wood, fill it up by 2 blocks, just like that. And then what we need to do now is this area in the middle right here, we're just going to fill it up with the white concrete, just like that. There we go. There we go. Like that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to fill in that area like that. Fill in that like that. There we go. And then we're just going to fill in that like that. There we go. Awesome, awesome. There we go. So now all we need to do for the roof is we just need to fill this area in with the white concrete, of course, because it's a very simple job to do. So this area that we just left, we're just going to fill it in with the white concrete. Awesome stuff. Okay, so now that this is done, all we need to do for the back area here is to simply fill in the wall. And the wall, what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 wooden blocks, 2 pillars. And then for the rest of the wall, we're going to add black blocks until this point right here, where we're going to leave 2 blocks of wooden pillars. And then we're going to do this again, like that. And there we go, as you guys can see. So now what we need to do is we now need to finish off the rest of the house over here. So for this house, it's going to be a small balcony. And this balcony is a really cool balcony because it continues from the rest of this part of the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to this point right here. And I'm going to build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to build down onto the ground. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add wood in this little frame like this. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to connect this across. So right there, that should connect across, and then we're going to build this up just like that. And there we go. And then along the top here, we're going to build all of this inwards. There we go. Like that. So we're just going to build this inwards and then fill that in. So now what you want to do is you want to use your glass panes, and around the edge, you want to add your black cells and black plain glass, if I can say it properly. And then now that that's done, we want to go inside a house, and now we want to actually start, you know, making the interior of the house so we can actually use it. So this area right here, we want to just cut out an area for us to walk through. So for example, we want to place 2 doors there. This area right here, do the same. Then what we want to do now is we want to come to this area right here, and we just want to be able to get into the second floor. I'll add stairs after. We want to cut out an area over here for the door as well, and then we want to cut out an area here for the door as well. It doesn't really matter where you do it as long as you have it. So now what we want to do is the floor, we want to continue it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 1, 2, I'm going to count from the floor 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th floor, we need to make sure we add ourselves our floor, which is going to be our white concrete, which is going to be everywhere. Just going to add a white concrete everywhere like this, and make sure it touches the glass. And then in the middle, you want to make sure you place the white concrete just like that, as you guys can see. So this is how it should be. And there we go. So if we add ourselves some doors right here, just like that, that is how that should look. So on the outside, the house should look like this, but we're still not done yet because we still have a few things to do. So the last things for us to do now is to, of course, do the bottom floor and add the stairs. So for us, in order to add the stairs, what we want to do is we want to come around to this part right here, and it's actually much easier if we do it from the top part. So if we come around to this part of the house right here, and we come around to this corner right here, we want to cut out 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then we want to place a stairs right here, and then we'll place another one, and another one, and then those are going to be the stairs on how we get to the second floor. Now of course down here is pretty dark, so we're going to need to add some lighting, but before we do that, we're going to add the wooden floor. Now the wooden floor should go all the way even underneath these blocks right here, so make sure when you're doing the floor you add wooden blocks under every single thing. I'm going to use my wand because it's much easier for me to do, and I'm just going to do a command which allows me to fill in the entire floor with wood. I know you guys don't have this command. Some of you have the command called World Edit. This is a free mod that allows you to do that. So as you can see right here, this is what it does. Fills in the entire floor with wood just in a bunch of seconds. And there we go, guys. So of course, for the lighting, what you want to do is you want to take either some glowstone or some beacons, and then we're going to add ourselves some of these nice bushes that we can add like this actually. There we go. Nope, it's supposed to be like that. There we go. There we go. And there we go. As you guys can see now, we just have some lighting, which is of course always great. Now if we go upstairs, what we can also do at the top of this house is you can add some natural lighting, which is really good because it doesn't glow as much. And of course through the top here, you want to add some natural lighting. Every other block, just place a stained glass pane like I'm doing right there. So now that that is done, the exterior needs to be done also, because the exterior of the house is just important as the interior of the house. So we're going to come to this edge right here, and then from here we're going to start placing our leaves, and we're going to take it all the way until this block right here, and then we're going to extend it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to come over to this block right here, and then we're going to start 1, and then we're just going to take this all the way back until around this corner like that. So there's that part right there. And as you guys can see, the next thing for us to do is to add the stone slash, I guess, gravel bit right here. So as you guys can see on the house there, I've added some gravel around the areas of the house. So what you want to do is around this area here, you want to add some gravel because this is technically a driveway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some gravel along here. Let's just put gravel all the way to here. So as you can see right there, we have the gravel added, and then right here we want to add ourselves some leaves in that corner there, and then of course right here along this part right here we want to add ourselves some gravel around the edges. These are all optional extras. I mean, if you're happy with the house, then you could leave it as it is, but these are some final touches that really put the house together. So that is what we are doing in this part right here. So that is pretty much the end of the house. You can also extend this out if you want, but I don't really like to because I feel like it looks just a bit too weird, and then you'd have to sort of add this there. But nonetheless, it's still a pretty nice house. I think it looks pretty good. But if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe. It's been True Bills, and I'll see you in the next one.